If you are 26 years old, are you too young to move to Indonesia or to Southeast Asia? That's the topic of today's video, referring to a viewer comment which I first want to read here for you. Quote: "Hi, I'm a new viewer and I'm just catching up on the videos. There's a lot of truth in what you said about women in Europe. I'm currently preparing to leave Europe because I've had enough. So far I have only met with European women, and no matter what country they were from, they were always emotionally cold. They just want to have fun, and honestly, I don't want someone like that to be a mother to my children, especially now that divorce law in Europe is directed against men. Maybe it's something wrong with me, I don't know. I'm 26 years old and have my own business with which I'm slowly developing. So far I earn $1,000 to $1,500 a month. It's not a big amount, but it allows me to be independent and escape from Europe. I was thinking about Asia just because of women and business opportunities, but I don't know which country would be the best. I would like to find a warm, nice woman, but I wonder if I'm too young for Asian women. From what I've heard, women there prefer guys over 30, especially when they are white. Is it true, and what country would you suggest me to start with? Thanks for what you do." Great comment, great reflection, as I find, because this gentleman, in my opinion, puts in some serious thought here, serious thinking. He is asking really good questions. This is how one should approach the things when you are 26. I can tell you, when I was 26, I was not on that level this young gentleman here is. Okay, so I praise him for that. First of all, no, there's nothing wrong with you in terms of your experiences with European women and stuff, because there are so many expatriates and other Western guys who share the same experiences. They have been shared by others on YouTube and videos and comments, so you're not alone, okay? You're just a little bit younger. Your salary of $1,000 or $1,500 for a single guy in Asia in general is okay in Southeast Asia if you manage your money well. That should suffice for the beginning, okay? And you mentioned a very important keyword here: independence. You want to be independent, and this is what we all want to be and remain for the rest of our lives, especially as guys. The two top qualities I find, the two assets basically, is your independence and your ability to maneuver. And this is something we have to protect. So it's good that you're also thinking about that already. Again, I don't think you are too young, although most of the men who eventually make the move to Asia, to Southeast Asia, mostly due to private reasons, these guys are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s, you know. Most of them have private reasons, you know. I moved to Asia when I was 28, only that there were business reasons, because due to my job as a chef, I got contracts. I started in Beijing and China, and off I went, you know. So it was solely due to business and my career, basically. And yes, you're right. Asian women actually prefer older men because, let's start like this. Asian women, like any other women around the world, need basically two things. They need financial, when they look for a man, they need two things: financial stability and emotional stability. You're 26 years old, you're still very young, maybe you're horny, and maybe you need and want to let it all out of your system. And this is just normal. Even the 30, 40, 50 years old guys They do that when they arrive in Southeast Asia, no matter it's Thailand, the Philippines, Indonesia, or other countries. There is a good reason why we call it Disneyland East sometimes also, you know. I've done a video about this, why Hong Kong is called Disneyland East. And so this is all good. You're a man, you have needs, you have wants, you know, you have desires, our biology. But exactly this is the concern for many of the girls here, of course. You know, they don't want a playboy, they don't want a guy who still needs to let things out of his system, you know. I think it's understandable. Therefore, Asian women and also Indonesian women prefer actually older men, you know, in general, because their reasoning is that older men, older guys, let's say in their 40s or 50s, they have an established career for perhaps at least 20 years. And that entails that their finances must be stable. So actually it's a very common reasoning, and it's kind of logical also, you know, it makes sense. And in many cases it is the case. And concerning the emotional stability, yeah, these women also know, yeah, he is 40, 50 years old. He's not jumping from woman to woman anymore, not all of them, and some still do. These women assume you are financially stable because you got a career going and you are not so much interested to hop from one woman to the next, from one place to the next. Today you are in Jakarta and tomorrow in Bali and the next day in Tokyo. You know, you want to be more static. Yeah. So this is the reasoning of these women, and therefore they prefer older guys in general. That this is true. Now, there is no blueprint, obviously, okay? The best thing is to come here and try it out, yeah, for yourself, because you are you have your own history, you have your own wants, needs, desires, goals, ambitions, priorities, right? I hope you have priorities. So for every single guy, it will be like a tailor-made experience at the end of the day. With women, with everything here, the whole Southeast Asian experience is always going to be a very tailor-made experience, and my videos only and the videos of other guys can only give you a general directional advice, okay? Anything else will be very individual, tailored to your personality, and that you need to find out for yourself, okay? Your age, 26, actually is also an advantage, especially with the younger girls, you know. In Indonesia, for example, a 20-year-old girl is not really interested, I mean the majority are not interested to date 50-year-old guys. That's just like it is. Yeah? You are 26, you can have all the girls in Indonesia. I'm exaggerating a little bit, I just want to motivate you. You can have, there you have an advantage, definitely. Yeah? Like I said, I was 28 when I came to Asia and then to Southeast Asia. And I enjoyed my life also with the girls. There's no question about it. Why? Because it is not a crime to enjoy your life as a single. And I'm not saying handsome, because I'm not handsome. I don't want to say I'm handsome. I am, but I will not say that I'm handsome. Just joking here. But as a single guy, there is no crime, there is no shame about it, you know, to enjoy your life also with the girls. Because it's not only me who enjoyed at the time, also the girls enjoyed, you know. You always need two people, you need a guy and you need a girl, and they enjoy together, right? That's how it is. Basically, that's the whole story. Yeah. And I had great opportunities, I dated great women, I broke up with women, they broke up with me, And later in hindsight, I was doubting myself. I was even regretting things because I thought I missed my opportunity. I've done videos about this, especially the video I released about almost 2 years ago, I guess, about my Filipina girlfriend, which I had in Hong Kong. And I cheated on her left, right, and center, and then she broke up with me, and then later on I figured she might have been marriage material. But anyway, so all I want to say is I had my fair share of opportunities, and I could have been married already many times now. I'm just saying, okay, I don't want to brag, but it's the truth, you know. I could have, during my past 20 years, I met at least a handful of women who were definitely tailor-made to my things, marriage material. Although I also developed and I changed, you know, and maybe my criteria now are a little bit different. But all I want to say is, you know, I had great opportunities at 28, and you will have them with 26, you know. The only drawback was I was really, really immature, you know. I really seized on my opportunities. Maybe it was good this way, maybe it was not. I don't know, you know, what is right, what is wrong. I'm sitting here today with 40 years old, still single, not married, but don't worry, I'm not depressed. I don't need to see a psychiatrist because of this. It's not an issue for me. I've talked about this frankly and openly in my videos. I shared with you my reflections, considerations. Why am I not married yet? What might be the reasons? You know, I have a girlfriend now. So when I say I'm single, I mean I'm not married. So but I have a girlfriend now, an Indonesian girlfriend. I'm happy, and this is okay with me. I don't need to think further now. I'm not looking at marriage now. She knows that also. I'm happy now. This is all I want to say. You know, and I don't look back and regret and cry and this and that and oh, my Filipina at the time and I should have married her or the other Indonesian girl. It was my decision not to get married to my last Indonesian girlfriend, and I'm okay with this decision, okay? But I was completely immature, yes, talking about regarding my priorities and desires, which I have not matured at the time. I had no goals, no priorities, no real mature desires, you know, no ambition. I just was living from party to party, from one weekend to the next. And I'm talking Southeast Asia when I was in Hong Kong when it all started, you know. So that was my disadvantage, but this is, I guess, how it goes. Everybody develops in a different pace. You develop faster or slower, I don't know. This is just how my life was and is and has been, right? And yeah, so this is the only thing I can say. And this is maybe where you, at 26 years of age, have a advantage, because you have maybe matured some of your priorities and desires already. That would be great, you know, if you know what you want, if you also don't know, if you know what you want, but also know what you don't want, you know, things like that. So you also asked, or this viewer also asked, which country to start with. Yeah, you can start with any country, you know. Doesn't matter. Important is that you try, that you come here, boots on the ground, try it out, see for yourself, get a feeling, get a vibe. Obviously everybody, you have your own preferences also. I don't know what your preferences are, what your goals are, you know. For many years when I came to Southeast Asia because of the women. In my very early years, that was 100% my motivation, nothing else. And that remained the case for many, many years. I just want to be honest, okay? That was my main motivation. So now in hindsight, you know, I'm 48, now I'm not 28, I will say it would be a disaster if I would be thinking the same way when I was 28. So today, women are not my main priority anymore, and I can see and feel that this is constantly dropping. And now you might say, oh, now you're contradicting yourself. You just released a video a few weeks ago where you say, yeah, Indonesian, the women factor is at least 60% in my motivation to be in Southeast Asia. Yeah, I would say now this has dropped further down to maybe not even 50%. It's now maybe 30%, you know, hard to judge. But and I'm very happy about it because it feels like I'm relieved of a big burden. As crazy as it sounds, but it really feels like that, because at the end of the day, it is also, and it has been, especially in my early years, a big fat distraction. And it's true. If I would have dedicated my focus and energy on other things, I would be on a different level in a different place today. 100%. But I'm not whining about it. I'm not regretting anything. This is just how my life has been playing out, and this is how I view my life. You know, I look from A to Z or A to Z. I always have this bird's eye view from start to finish, you know. And yeah, today I have different motivations and I'm happy about this. So I have different preferences today. There is no blueprint which country you should try first as a newbie, or you have to go to Thailand first, you have to stay a year there, then you need to get fed up with Thailand, and then you have to go to the Philippines and stay 3 years, and then you need to get scammed so many times that you also get fed up with the Philippines, and then you move to Indonesia. No, it's not like that. There's no blueprint. Yeah? Up to you. With what you feel best, you go. If it is Thailand, then go to Thailand, okay? You will learn anyway. And the fractions are so various, you know. Some guys, they swear on Thailand and they will tell you, no, Thailand is the thing. I traveled to all these Southeast Asian countries. Thailand is the thing. Thailand is the best. Thailand this, Thailand that. And there are other guys who say, no, Thailand sucks. Thailand is crap. I swear on the Philippines. The Philippines is the land of milk and honey. It's the paradise and everything, the girls and the dating and the English and the lousy food and the beaches and everything. Forget about anything else. It's just the Philippines. And I say, no, it's not. You know, so for me, it's Indonesia at the moment. Maybe this will also change. And maybe in 2 years, I hang around in Cambodia, you know, because I also hear many good things coming out of Cambodia. But these good things are also just experienced by these guys, you know, so it doesn't really matter. Important is, again, that possibly you have somehow matured your priorities and desires already before you come to Southeast Asia. That you know what you want and know what you don't want. That you are hopefully a little wiser than I was when I was 28. And the best tip I can give you, just have the guts to move. Yeah? Buy a ticket and dive in to your new experience, and then just learn. Learn by doing, learn by dating, burn your fingers. At the end of the day, this is also just life. This are all life experiences. If you don't burn your fingers in Indonesia or Thailand, then you will burn your fingers in California or Germany or France or Tokyo or Scandinavia. You know, life continues and marches on regardless where you are. You always experience something, learn something. You will live every day. You will meet people. You will not meet people. So all I want to say is, really, life is a big, fat, great adventure. You know, so. 26 years, man, I think many guys will be jealous or envious. Yeah? They will tell you, go, don't ask me, what kind of question are you asking? Go, 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 go now. If I would be 26 again, I would have moved long ago already, you know. So, and you're asking me, if I would be 26, I had the opportunity to move to Asia, I would do it again. Yeah, with different provisions, of course. I would be smarter than I was 20 years ago, but anyway, do it. Not many guys in their 20s make it to Southeast Asia. If you have the chance, if you have the means, if you have the guts, if you have the vision, if you have the motivation, then do it. Go for it. You have nothing to lose except to gain a lot of experience. And if you don't do it, if you stay in your home country, I don't know which country you're from, you also mentioned that many Asian girls prefer white guys, so I assume you're another white guy. I don't know, it doesn't matter also. That does not matter. And even if you don't move to Asia, you stay in your home country, you also will make experiences just in a different country. So anyway, that was the story of today. I hope I could help out, especially for the younger guys who are thinking about moving to Southeast Asia, to Indonesia, or watching these videos and are also now a little bit hungry or excited and motivated, you know, and don't want to wait until they have married a European woman, then divorce her after 20 years, have to pay her a lot of money and then make the move to Asia. You can all avoid this and move with 26, find a woman here, a good woman, a feminine woman who really supports you, clicks with you, is not ripping you off, you know. You can have a great life here also in Indonesia, and have to find the right woman, and then if you want to get married, if you want to marry, then you can find this here. This is the land of the, this is paradise land, and in these regards. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm checking out for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Are you 26? Are you 28? Are you 21? Are you eyeing for Southeast Asia? Let us know. And then I'm gonna see you in one of my next videos. Take care. Bye bye.